The time now is 10:43. And I won't be waiting for people to come in because I have to get this message out and I cannot be long here. I cannot. So, I'm sitting in front of the store before I head in and I had this download, right? In this season, this is what you have to do. You have to allow people to be quiet. Allow them to be quiet. What I mean by that is allow people to keep their silent treatment. Allow them to keep their silent treatment. When people use silent treatment on you, you know what they're doing? That's a form of manipulation. Hi, Sugar Lumps. How are you doing, dear? Thank you so much for joining the live. I promise I won't be here long. But thank you for joining the membership. I have so much in store for you all. But in this season, allow people to be quiet. Allow them to stay in their silent treatment. Allow them to use that for themselves, because what they'll try to do with the silent treatment, it's a form of manipulation. That's all it is. It's a form of manipulation. People try to manipulate you with their silent treatment. You're not a mind reader in this season. You're not going to be bending over backwards in this season to get along with people. You're not going to be bending over backwards in this season trying to figure out what you did. Make them use their words in this season. If you don't want to make them use their words, stay from around them in this season. This is not the season to be expending your energy. You need to reserve your energy. Hi, cousin. Hi, Nikki. You need to reserve your energy in this season. Because people come around you and they're just quiet. They'll come around, you won't say anything because they're trying to control you. Let them stay silent. Let them. In this season, you don't have time to go along, to get along. In this season, if they don't want to talk, blocked, like Tony Gaskin says. If they don't want to talk to you, blocked, stop feeling guilty. You're not going to be feeling guilty and being religious in your mind, and you got somebody coming around you, manipulating you, trying to make you feel bad. In this season, you don't have time for that. I know I don't. If you don't want to be around me in this season, don't come around me. Wherever I go, if I'm there and you don't want to talk, you don't want to commune, don't come around. I'm not doing it in this season. I spent too much of my life going along to get along, dealing with people. They coming around, they acting all weird. They don't want to talk to you. I'm not doing that in this season. I'm not doing that. The chosen ones, we have to arise in this season, be more bold and brave and speak out against foolishness. I'm not doing it in this season. Oh, I did it for so long because I was tiptoeing and I didn't want to rock the boat. I didn't want to make anyone mad. No, you're gonna let people eat that. Oh, they're going to eat that silence in this season. And you're going to call that foolishness out. You're going to say, you know what? I'm not going to allow you to come around me. And you want to come around me. If you don't like me, say that. Or if you don't like me, don't come around. Don't just come around trying to manipulate and you got to assume what's going on with them. Everybody else talking to you. You're having a good time with everybody else. But you feel that old negative energy from the little asylum. Look, you feel that negative energy from just certain people. Tell them, you know what? Kick rocks. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. You have to let people know. In this season, you're not to be played with. In this season. Enough of the passive. Enough of being a doormat. Enough of trying to be the good citizen. Enough of trying to be a good Christian. Enough of trying to be the good person. No, you call that foolishness out in this season. Hi, Texas. Thank you for joining the membership, dear. In this season, you got to let the devil know, I see you. You have to call that foolishness out. I see you. And this is why it's hard for me to be around certain people. My spirit can't hold certain things. I can't be around people and they're gossiping about this person and then they're hanging around this person. They're talking about it and like a friend. I don't have time for that. If we're not talking about how to excel, we're not talking about how to get paid, we're not talking about how to break poverty, break these generational curses, I just can't be around you in this season. If we're not talking about building businesses, if we're not talking about how to get out of our slumber, if we're not talking about that, I just can't be around you. Enough of playing around. Enough of, yes, sugar lumps. I'm tired. I don't have time for this foolishness. Enough of the fake love. Enough of the fake congrats. Enough of the fake everything. In this season, it's time to deal with on the surface. Deal with this stuff on the surface. It's time to deal with this stuff, not just sitting there. If you got to forgive people, forgive them. But don't go around and you got a grudge about something they did in 1926 and you still mad about it, but you want to just act as if you don't got over it. If you haven't got over it, say something. It's enough. It's time out for this foolishness. I don't know. I don't have the patience for it. Let me be honest. I don't have the patience for this fake, phony love, this fake phony. I don't have time in this season. My energy is reserved for trying to build wealth. I'm trying to break a generational curse. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm sick of being in poverty. I'm sick of being the one or in a family where nobody, right? Nobody could, you can't say, let me go to my uncle. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. If we're not talking about breaking the generational curse, if we're not talking about building wealth, I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal. I don't have time. I don't have time. I really don't. I don't have time for it. I've been a long ranger anyways. So guess what? I don't have time for foolishness. If we can't get along to get along, I don't have time for fake nothing. I don't have time for no bad energy. I don't have time for nothing. You say what you mean and you mean what you say in this season. And let's move on from there. But to just be with this silent treatment, I don't have time for this fake stuff. Not in this season. This is from anyone. I like to communicate. You say what's on your mind, whether I get mad or not. You tell me how you feel. Because I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And we're going to love each other and move on. But all this silent treatment, this fake stuff, I don't have time for it. And this is what you have to do. You have to call this stuff out in this season. In this season, we can't be doing this fake going along and get along. And people back there in the backgrounds knowing stuff going on, knowing they got issues, knowing people chit-chatting and gossiping and got their own little assumptions. No, I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that in this season. No. I don't got too old to be dealing with phony, fake love. No, I'm not doing it in this season. We're going to talk about it and we're going to get over it. We can't be sitting around silent treatment. You mad, the person mad. They don't want to say nothing because they don't feel like they did nothing. You don't want to, no. I'm beyond that in this season. In this season, beyond. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Can't keep going around these same circles, same foolishness. I don't have time for that gossiping spirit. Like that gossiping spirit, you see people, they talk about each other, they sit around each other. No. Why we can't talk to each other? If you got a problem with that person, you go to that person. Don't sit and talk about somebody else. Don't sit and talk about them. You go to that person. If you don't like what they doing, you go to them. If you don't like what they said, go to them. You don't like how they're doing it, you go to them. Don't go and talk to other family members or your other friends. That's how strife is stirred up. Like, seriously? It's time out for that. This is not the season. This person going to talk about this person. Oh, this person did this. Oh, I don't like the way. Talk to that person. Tell that person, listen. I know ABC. Whatever you got to tell them. I know XYZ. Don't come to me. Don't come to me. Don't go to the next person. And then they go around as if they didn't say nothing. And see, when I see stuff like this, I pull it back. I pull it all the way back. I pull it back so far, you'll think I'm running and hiding. Because I can't deal with that type of stuff. I can't deal with that type of energy. I feel like we should be open. Let people be open. If you got a problem with somebody, you tell them. You shouldn't be afraid to tell somebody and everybody just sit around and talk about what the other person did, just assuming, and they're in the silent treatment because of what somebody else said. They mad at what somebody else told them. They never went to the person and addressed the person. They just mad off what somebody else said. And you just mad at a person and treating them bad, and you haven't even talked to them. This is foolishness that has to stop. Foolishness. Yes, the monitoring spirits too, Texas. Oh, they'll send them agents. They'll send them agents to monitor what you're doing and what you got going on. Like, it's foolishness. I can't deal with that. You say you love me. You love me. You love me, but you see me doing something that's going to harm me, and you don't say nothing to me. You just talk about me to everybody else. You talk about me to everybody else, but you don't come say, you know what? Cat, dog, sister, rat, whomever. I see what you're doing, and that is not right. You're going down the wrong road. If you don't get yourself together, you're going to end up somewhere. It's enough of this seeing people go down the wrong road and you're afraid to address them because you don't want them mad at you. No, but you'll go and talk about everybody. You'll talk to everybody else in the family about what the person is doing, but you won't talk to the person. It's enough of that. Because if you come to me talking about somebody, I'm going to call and tell the people. I'm going to go tell the person, listen, we're going to get on three-way. Listen, this is what they're saying about you. We're going to kill this curse. We're going to stop this foolishness. Don't come tell me about what nobody else is doing, because we're going to get on three-way. Let me call them so we can resolve this. It's time for solutions. Let's go on three-way. Let's get on three-way, because I want this to stop with me. Let's get on three-way, and you tell this person how you feel. You should be able to go and tell, especially your loved ones, if you family and if you love me like you say you love me, why can't we communicate? Why can't we have a conversation without a person getting mad and getting an attitude? That's not love. No, that's not love. It's time to communicate. You should be able to communicate with your loved ones who you sit around every day. You talk to them every day. And if it's something they're doing and you don't like it, you should be able to communicate that to them. But you know what you're not going to do? You're not going to do it because they got spirits operating in them, and you got a spirit of rejection operating in you, and you're too afraid to address them. Don't be afraid to address me. If I'm doing something that's not right, if you my friend, you my family, you my loved one, you shouldn't be afraid to come tell me what I'm doing that's wrong. You shouldn't be afraid to come tell me. You shouldn't go talk about me to other family members. You shouldn't talk about me to other family members. If you got a problem with me, come tell me. Don't sit and gossip. This is how strife, this is how these generational curses continue through the bloodline. I'm not dealing with it. It's gonna stop with me in this season. Oh, that foolishness stopping with me. You come, if I overhear something, I'm gonna let that person know we're gonna get on three-way. Let's resolve this. Somebody gotta stand up and confront these spirits and confront these ancient demons in the family. These are ancient demons in the family. And most of us dealing with this in families. These are ancient demons that causes strife, confusion, and manipulation. And it continues on till somebody stand up. I'm going to be the one that stand up. You're going to hate me. I'm going to call that spirit out today. You ain't going to deal with. Listen, it's going to stop with me today. Or we going to stop this foolishness today. Today. So don't come tell me nothing about nobody. I've been over here nothing. Because I'm going to call that person up and I'm going to tell them this is what they're saying about you. Let's bring it to the table. Let's deal with it. Dump all that mess in the center. That's how you break them generational curses. Bring it to the front, forth, and center. If you don't like somebody, let them know. Don't sit there and just continue this just generational curse of foolishness and gossip, family strife, family secrets. Oh, they said this. Oh, they said that. No. Oh, they think they this. Oh, they think they that. Stop that generational curse. Stop that foolishness. Oh, she thinks she better than somebody. She thinks she... Stop that foolishness. I'm going to call that mess out today. Don't come to me. I'm telling you, do not come to me. If any of my family listening, do not come to me and tell me what somebody else is doing. Don't come to me. I better not overhear y'all talking about nobody. We're going to go to that person. Even with myself, I'm going to call myself out. That's where it starts. It starts with me looking in the mirror. So if I'm going to call myself out, I'm going to do it to y'all. We're going to stop this foolishness. No, that's how strife y'all sit around. We sit around in groups and cliques and talk about people instead of talking to people. Then people come around, this bad, negative, thrown off energy, and you trying to force energy. You can't force energy because you just got through talking about the person like a dog. That's why you can't force their energy. That's why the fake hug, people can feel that stuff. You just got through laying them out. You just got through talking ill of them. So your spirit can't rest because you just got through talking ill of somebody. Stop that foolishness. Confront it. Shed light on that. So this curse can be broken. So the family could thrive and move on. Confront your spirit of jealousy. Confront that spirit of hate. You jealous. You deal with that in your heart. Because somebody doing something you don't like or doing something you can't do, stop sitting there being jealous of your family. Deal with that spirit of jealousy. Instead of sitting around being happy because something happened to the person you don't like, so you right there sitting and rejoicing in your spirit. I'm going to call that foolishness out today. I'm going to call it out. Stop that foolishness. It's time to stop that. Deal with yourself. Deal with it. If anybody's listening to this and you feel some type of way, jealous of something somebody doing, you go to God in prayer. Go to God in prayer. Say, Lord, I'm feeling jealous. I don't know where this spirit coming from, but I bind this spirit because I know this not of me. I want to be happy. I want to see my family thriving and excelling. Who don't want to see their family thriving and excelling? Only a jealous-hearted person don't want to see their family thriving and excelling with their relatives. No. You sitting there mad and jealous because somebody ambitious and they're breaking generation of curses. You mad and jealous. Deal with yourself. Nobody don't think they all of that. That's in your mind. You think that person think they're all of that. Thank you, Lisa, dear. You think that person think they're all of that because of your insecurity. That person never said that they were all of that. They never said that they thought they're better. But because of your lack of accomplishments, your lack of ambition, your lack of prayer and belief, you want to project that foolishness on somebody else. And they never said that. They never came off like that. But in your mind, you thought they came off like that because you haven't accomplished nothing in your life in all of your 50 and 62 years. So you want to get mad at your relative. Stop that foolishness. I don't know why I got on this today. I didn't come to talk about this. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Stop that foolishness. You mad, you sitting there competing and mad because somebody excelling, mad because somebody else getting praise, mad because, like, no. If you deal with the jealousy and the envy in your heart, you will excel too because y'all part of the same bloodline. The favor on that life is on your life too. But see, you don't want to repent and you don't want to deal with that jealousy. You rather just hate on somebody else. We're going to cut that foolishness out. We're going to cut that foolishness out. That's what we're going to do. Somebody going to stand up and it's going to be me. Attack me. I don't care. Look, that's the thing. That's the thing about the chosen one. Chosen one been attacked in the family. That's why God is raising the chosen ones up to be bold in this season. Let them attacks come. Let them say what they want to say. You've been built for that. Chosen one. You've been attacked all of your life. What words are going to say? People been putting words on you. What words, or what can they do with words? What are words going to do? In this season, God is raising up the chosen ones to be bold. They going after them curses in this season. Oh, yes. Yes, we are. We going after them curses. Yes, we are. All that secret silent treatment, all that gathering, and all that the little clicking up. Oh, we calling that foolishness out in this season. So y'all might as well get mad. Look, you might as well, this is a prerequisite to my family too. Get mad. Get mad. On both sides. Get mad. Big mad if you want to. We gotta address that foolishness. We sit there and knowing. I be knowing stuff, feeling stuff, knowing stuff, and nobody don't say nothing. We just sit there and ignore it like it don't exist. And then when you come around, that's why people got this jaded energy. Your energy jaded because you feel some type of way about somebody. Stop that foolishness. And it's not just about me. It's about other family members too. Yes, other family members. Stop that foolishness. Learn to communicate. If you're mad at somebody, learn to communicate and tell them. Don't just sit there and go on for days and you mad. If somebody got an attitude, you let them know. You don't like their attitude. Your attitude sucks. Your attitude sucks, and you're not going to get far if you keep having that attitude. Don't tell me. Tell the person so they can know. Let them get mad. They'll be mad. And see, that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid of people getting mad at us. I used to be like that. I used to be like that. But God was breaking me out of that. When God was breaking me out of that, and I knew a person was going to be mad at me, I still had to do what God told me to do. Even if that caused the relationship, I still had to be obedient. I still had to be obedient. And you being obedient out of love. You can't say you love me. That's why I challenge. And I confront, I challenge and stand toe to toe with anybody who say they love me and they see me doing something that is jeopardizing my life, jeopardizing my children's life, and you don't say nothing to me. You just sit there and let me do it. And you don't say, sis, bruh, this is not good for you. You don't have to have an attitude. You don't have to be nosy. You don't say, sis, bruh, you going down this road. Going down this road is not good for you. You doing this is not good for you. That's why I can't understand. This is why I can't be around people who I can't correct. I can't hang around you and I can't be around you if you doing something and you out of line and I can't correct you. I'm sorry. I can't be around you and you doing that. No. We're going to call that out today. I cannot be around you and you doing something that is not healthy for you, that is not healthy to you, and I'm sitting there laughing with you and letting you do it. I'm letting you do it. Then when something happens to you, I'm feeling guilty because I didn't open my mouth. I didn't open my mouth. Oh, devil is a lie. You're not going to be who? No, I'm not doing that no more. Devil is a lie. If you're doing something wrong and I call you out, you continue to do it, that's on you. But I did my part. You can hate me. Hate me. Stop talking to me. Whatever you want to say. That's what you're going to have to do. But I'm going to call you out on it. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. And it's all in love. This is when you know a person care for you. When I used to have my attitudes and be out of line back in the days, my grandmother corrected me. Both of them. Maternal and paternal. Corrected me. Not just sat there and let me act the fool and egg me on and cheered me on in my corner, knowing what I'm doing is detrimental to my health, knowing what I'm doing is detrimental to my life. I can walk out this door any day if I'm doing something and never return. Like, this is asinine to me. I don't get it. Like, we're going to break this generation of curse. We're going to break this foolishness. We're going to break it today. We're going to break it today. I love y'all, but I'm not going to sit there and sit back and watch you do stuff that can jeopardize you, that can send you to jail, send you to prison, cause you your life. And I say, I love you. And I sit around you every day, commune with you, eat your food, come to your house, but I love you. No, that's not love, baby. That's not love. You in fear. That's what that is. You are in fear. Because anybody that sees me doing something out of line and they don't correct me, you don't love me. I'm just gonna bust your bubble right now today. You don't love me. You like me, but that's not love. Love will risk everything. Love will risk everything. It surely will. It will risk everything. It'll risk everything. But we'll call it you judging me. No, it's not judging you. It's not judging you. Judging you is saying where you're going to go. I got a heaven or hell to put you in. I don't have that. Correction is when you're out of line, and I'm telling you, you're out of line. Correction is seeing my son, my 11-year-old, talk back and talk back to his teacher, or talk back to me, and I don't correct him. I mean, and I correct him. That's love. You're correcting. You're teaching him how he's supposed to be. That's correction. That's not judgment. And see, that's what this world wants to be comfortable in their wrongdoing. And they want to make you feel guilty because you're confronting them. In love, you're confronting them in love. This world wants to make people be comfortable in their wrongdoing. But if you're in my circle, and if I love you, and you're in my circle, and you say we're all right, you better believe I'm gonna correct you. And there's no more hiding. There's no more being afraid. If you don't want correction, don't come around me. That's how we resolve that. Just don't deal with me. If you don't want to be corrected, and it's not like I'm gonna throw it up in your face every time. No, I'm gonna tell you out of line, and I'm gonna leave it as that. But you best believe you're not going to say, oh, she let me sit and do this and then say nothing. That won't be me. And I meant that. I meant what I said. That would not be me. Nope. That would not be me. Yes, it won't be me. If I love you, you best believe I'm gonna say something to you. I'm gonna correct you. And I ain't gonna say nothing else to you. But you're gonna get that correction from me. You're gonna get that correction. Oh, sis, that's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be doing this for X, Y, and Z reason. No, bro, that's not what you should be doing. Baby, daughter, this is not what you should be doing. You're an adult. You can live your life. But this is not what you should be doing. Son, this is not what you should be doing. This is what the consequences. This is what we got to let people know. There are consequences to our actions. And we don't let our children, we don't let kids, we don't let our family members know. When you plant them seeds, there's a harvest. There's a harvest that's going to come. But because we like them so much, we don't want to feel like we're confronting them or judging them. No, I'm going to confront you. I'm going to confront you. If you're doing something around me, I'm not going to go by what somebody else said. But if I see it with my eyes, oh, you best believe I'm going to pull you to the side. I'm not going to call you out in front of everybody. It's going to be me and you. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull you to the side and tell you the right thing. I'm going to pull you to the side. I love you, but what you're about to do and what you're doing is not going to help you. I'm not going to sit there and laugh and egg you on. Do it. Oh, do it, baby. No, I'm not finna be doing that foolishness. I don't have it's not in me. It's not in me to go along with foolishness. It's never been in me. That's why people say, and see, that's why I used to get judged a lot. People used to always say, I think I'm all of that. No, because when I was doing foolishness, I needed somebody to correct me. And no one corrected me and called me out. The Lord had to show me where I was wrong in certain things. People saw me doing certain things and never called me out on it. Never said sis, never said wife, mom. Well, my kids will call me out. No, my kids corrected me. You know, kids are innocent. They're going to tell you when you're wrong. Kids are innocent. That's why the enemy is after kids. They're very innocent. They're pure. They're going to tell you when you're wrong. They're going to call you out. But no one never pulled me to the side and say, you know, X, Y, Z. Because you know what? To be honest, people want you. Sometimes people want you to go down the road. So because they already don't assume certain things about you, they want you to go down a certain road and end up in a certain place. They want that for you. I don't want to see that for the people I care about. So I'm willing, in this season, I'm willing to risk the relationship. I am willing to risk you never talking to me again, ever in life. If me confronting you in this season will cause you to hate me and not talk to me again, oh, I'm willing to put that on the line in this season. I'm willing to put it on the line. I'm willing to put it all on the line in this season. I surely am. Because there's no more, I'm not going to be coming around me and I see stuff, right? And I see stuff and I don't say nothing. Oh, no. Y'all going to be mad at me. Because I'm going to just scoot you on over to the side and we're going to have a conversation. And if you get mad, you get mad. Okay? Because I'm not going to sit and listen and sit and watch people who I say I love. We're all dealing with our own stuff. We got a lot going on. Everybody up against some type of warfare. Everybody's dealing with some warfare. So if you selfish enough to sit there and watch your family member, you watch your loved one go down the path that may end up costing them their life, and you say you love them, you don't love them. You need to go reevaluate love. See, we think love is agreeing. We think love is agreeing with foolishness. We think love is agreeing with certain behaviors. I can love you and still not agree with you. You're not going to make me feel bad because I don't agree with your foolishness. You're not going to put love and agreement in the same sentence. You're not going to do that to me. Oh, no, you're not going to do that because I know the difference between love and not going along with your foolishness. I love you, but I don't have to go along with your foolishness because it don't feel good in my spirit. Yes, go around other people where you feel good doing that craziness, but you can't do it around me. You cannot do it around me. No, we got to have this in this season, have conversations. In this season, sit down and talk to people in this season. Don't sit there and go under your assumptions. I don't like all these assumptions. You assuming. You got your attitude because you jealous. Call it what it is. You got your attitude because you jealous of somebody because you don't have what they have. You're not as ambitious and as they are ambitious. You don't have the hustle in them that they have. That's something you got to deal with. In this season, you got to deal with you and your issues and deal with the issues that you see. That's the season. That's the season. Deal with you and your issues. You have to ask yourself why this person vexes you. You have to ask yourself what it is about this person that I don't like. And 9 times out of 10, it's something that you don't like about yourself. Anything that you ever not liked about somebody is is coming from within. It comes from within. You got to deal with what you're battling with within. That's why we have the responsibility channel. You are responsible for your success, your happiness, and your freedom. Whatever you got to do to free you, you're responsible for that. You can't keep blaming nobody for something you got going on internally. You got to look within to see and ask yourself why you jealous. Why you don't like that person. That person didn't do nothing to you. You don't like that person for whatever reason. I just don't like them. That's because you just don't like yourself. It's time for you to look in that mirror, sis. You got to look in that mirror. If you don't like a person for no reason, it's time for you to look in that mirror. Go stand in the bathroom and ask yourself, self, why don't I like that about that person? What is it about that person that I don't like? And I bet it's something in you. It's something that you lack. It's something that person doing that you wish you was able to do. Or it's just some demon in you need to deal with. You shouldn't be liking nobody for no reason. If that person said something to you, tell them. Say that. Communicate that to them. Like, communicate that. This is the season to communicate. This is the season to call a spade a spade. This is the season to call and speak to them curses, call that foolishness out. This is that season. Stop sitting around assuming. You sitting around assuming, you got all kind of assumptions, and you mad at somebody for just assumptions off of what somebody else said. No, you call that foolishness out. You deal with you in this season. That's what this season about. Deal with you. You pick up that phone. Stop running from people. You know people trying to talk to you and get something off their chest. They're trying to get something to you. Don't run from them. Deal, listen and deal. Don't be afraid. Stop running. Yes, and see, the reason people get angry because the truth hurts. That's what it is. The truth hurts. I used to be like that. Don't want to hear the truth, you get angry. Because that means you got to make a change. Somebody's bringing something to your attention. That means you got to make a change. Don't go to war with that person. Yes, Rubia, that is good. That's good, honey. Yes, get defensive. And to be honest, we know our loved ones more than they know themselves. We know that they'll get upset with us. We know that they will get mad. We know it. We know that's why we be afraid. But in this season, you can't be afraid. Get over that fear. Tell them to get mad. Tell them to get big mad and confront that stuff. Confront it. Confront it. Speak the truth even if it hurts. Sitting around jealous, mad at somebody. Because you wish you can do what they were doing. Because you don't have it in you. That's favor on people's life. Stop being jealous over somebody else's favor. You don't know the hell they got to go through to get what they have. That's why I don't want what nobody else have. You know how people put relationship goals, relationship goals? No. I don't want to be like nobody else. God, I only want what's for me. Because you don't know what people have to endure to sustain their relationships, to sustain the stuff that they have. You don't want, that's why God tell you not to covet. He tell you that for a reason. Don't want what nobody else have. You don't know if they getting it legally or illegally. Yes. No, we ain't gonna do that in this season. We can't do that. It's time to break these generational curses. Mad at people for years. You don't talk to folks. You're mad. You don't want to talk to them because, they told you the truth. Or you're mad because whatever you feel. We got to stop that foolishness. We got to stop that. Express yourself. Stop recruiting people to be mad at somebody because you mad at them. Let your issue with that person be your issue with that person. Don't drag them in that. That's what I do. I don't try to recruit people. If a person got a problem with me, I don't recruit nobody else to have a problem with them because I know they got a problem with me. That's what I don't do. I let you still have your relationship. Don't try to take sides. People do that. They'll try to recruit people to take their side. I had somebody to do me like that. You trying to recruit people because you don't like what they said. So you want to recruit people to look at this person as they're the villain. No, that person just told you the truth and you don't want to hear it. And you want to go and make it seem like the person is threw you in a grave or something. No, you got to confront yourself, baby. Confront your truth. Confront your truth. Don't do that. I don't do that. People don't done it to me. I don't do that. I'm not going to recruit you. If my relationship with you cool, we're cool. But if I feel you going a certain way, and if I feel you feeling a certain way, about me, I got to let you go. I got to cut you loose because I know your view has been contaminated about me. And I can feel, I can feel this stuff. I know when the shift is happening. I know when the change is happening. But in this season, I can't run behind that. I'm gonna have to speak the truth in this season. In this season, we got to speak the truth. Shed light on what the enemy is doing. And people gonna feel how they want to feel. They're gonna feel how they want to feel. Yes, got to shed the light on that. And then that's another thing. People get mad at you because you have your own opinion. You have your own thought process. People don't want you to be an individual. Think individually. I don't think like the collective. I'm sorry. If you want me to think like you, operate like you, that's not how I was made. I'm an individual. You are an individual. I can't think like you. You can't think like me. We're individuals. God made us individuals. And you have to respect somebody's individuality. Even if, and this is the thing, even if, and this is how I am, I respect people's view. I respect their way of life, how they want to live. But if you're my loved one, if you're my inner circle, right? And I see you going down the wrong path, it is my obligation to correct you. And my obligation is also to let you be. If you don't want to receive my correction, I can't condemn you. I'm not going to say anything else to you. But just know I'm not going to go along with your foolishness. You can't get me. You can't force me. You can't make me go along with your foolishness. I leave that to the other people to do. I can't be comfortable around that. And you're going to have to respect that, because I respect you and let you do what you want to do. You got to respect me. And see, that's where people don't, and see, that's where these spirits come in and try to make you bow and agree. One thing about the chosen one, that's why we're exiled. Look, that's why we exiled. That's why we the black sheep. That's why we the scapegoat. That's why we kicked out. That's why we set apart. One thing about the chosen ones, we don't conform. We don't conform, not easily. But see, as God awakened me, as he showed me my assignment, as he showed me my gifting, I embrace that more than ever now. I embrace that. I embrace that black sheep title. I embrace that she different. I embrace that. I embrace it more than ever now. Because you need somebody in every family, in every circle, to call out foolishness. And one thing about the chosen one, we don't hide. Not only do we call out other people's foolishness or address, I won't say calling out because that make it seem like we're condemning them. Let's say address other people's foolishness, but we look at ourselves. We speak truth about us. See, there is no condemnation. There's no condemnation, because when God tells you to talk your stuff, tell your truth, you're going to tell your truth. You're going to speak your truth. This is why he set y'all apart. Y'all got to tap into your power. He set you apart. He didn't want you to be so close to certain people, because when it's time to speak the truth, you can't be a respectable person. You cannot speak the truth because that's your sister. You cannot speak the truth because that's your favorite niece. You cannot speak the truth because that's your child. When God say speak the truth, those are the people you're going to have to speak the truth to first. You're going to have to speak the truth to them first. Your favorite cousin. I got a favorite cousin I love dearly. I love that boy with every ounce in me. I love him. But if God send me to tell him something, I'm going to have to go and tell him something. That's how much the chosen ones, that's how much God has set us apart. He always gonna send you to that inner circle first. To them ones close to you. He gonna send you to confront them first. Oh, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it. And this is why he's trying to set you apart, so you won't have any attachments. You won't have any strings attached. So when he tells you and wake you up out of a dream to go confront somebody, you're going to have to do that. When he give you a vision of something that may go down, you're going to have to go confront that person in love. And you tell me you love me and you don't confront me and correct me? No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that. I got a cousin I love dearly. If the Lord tell me to call him and tell him XYZ, I'm going to pick up that phone and call him. Listen, I'm coming. And this is not from me. This is coming from the throne of God. This God gave me this. I got to tell you this. And you may get mad at me, but I love you still, baby. I love you. And I'm going to have to deliver that message. At the risk of losing that relationship. At the risk of someone saying, oh, who you think you are? I remember you when. At the risk of them never talking to me again. At the risk of me not being included in functions, family functions. At the risk of everybody else getting mad at me because that person is mad at me. I got to risk it all. I didn't want to come here and talk about this. That's why I know it's Lord. It's the Lord talking. This ain't me. At the risk of, oh, I got to risk it all. I got to be willing to risk it all. You can't say you love me and you ain't willing to risk it all in this season. I know this God. Because see, the old me, oh, I'm reserved and I'm afraid. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to call nothing out. But in this season, it all got to be addressed. If I see it, if I get a whiff of it, oh, I'm picking up that phone and I'm calling it out. Oh, listen, let's three-way. Let's get on what the thing is. Let's get on FaceTime, Google Meets, anything. Man, let's stop that foolishness. I better not hear it. Yes. Oh, Lisa, one thing about you risking it all for truth, I'm going to tell you something. Especially in this season, when you risk it all and you give it all up for the sake of Christ, oh, he going to restore you. He's going to give you double for your trouble. He's going to give you double. You got to believe that. You got to test him. And you got to be obedient. He's going to give you double. Let folks walk away. Let them leave. As long as you tell them that truth. You do your part. And you let God do his part. That's what I told the Lord. I said, you know what, Lord, you ain't going to have me getting beat up. You're not going to have me getting talked about and slandered and slammed. That's okay. He said, that's okay. You do what I tell you to do. And I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. That's what he said. Yes, he did. But that's what I wanted to come talk about. We got to stop this. Stop it. He set you apart for a reason. He didn't want you to be around them. He didn't want you to be in that clique. He didn't want you to be a part of the clique. He didn't want you to be a part of the group. Excuse me. Not like that anyways. Yes, you love them. You're apart, but you're set apart. Yeah, like, Lord, you're going to have me getting beat up because, you know, them people, you know, family, you know, your family relatives going acting crazy. But one thing about God, God is strategic. This is why you can't be fearful. That's why he's calling some of you to press past fear, because you delivering the truth is only going to be confirmation. Because, you know, 9 times out of 10, when you deliver a message, God had already dealt with them. So he got to send you in the flesh to be the confirmation. So if they ignore the warning, because God always send you a warning, he's going to always send you somebody in the flesh. He's going to always send you somebody. He's going to talk to you spiritually. And if you ignore that, he's going to send someone else in the flesh to deal with what you got going on. That's going to be your final warning. When he send that person in the flesh, oh, that's going to be your final warning. And anything after that, if you don't get it right, anything else after that, that's on you. Anything else after that, that's on you. That's why he's looking for people who are willing. And God knows, he knows. I wasn't willing, Lord. He knows. And see, God will do stuff. He'll make you become the opposite of who you were. If you were shy and timid, oh, he's going to raise up that dog in you. He's going to raise up boldness in you. If you were loud and boisterous, he's going to make you quiet and observant when he's sending you out on assignment. Or he may still use it, but he's going to use it in a different way. Let me say that, because he don't always take the gift, because the gift is the gift. But sometimes he'll make you opposite. He'll make you opposite. But if you're loud, if you're talkative, oh, he's going to use that loud and talkativeness for him. And you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. He's going to use that. Yes. Oh, wow, Rubia. Yes, we have to lean on God in these times. Everybody's going through something. That's the thing. Everybody's going through something. But me, I know in this season, I need to cling to God. I'm not perfect. Don't want to be perfect. I'm not religious. Don't put me in no box, because I don't fit in the box. I don't fit in a certain box. You can't make me, right? You're not going to make me be who you think I should be. No, I don't fit in boxes. Chosen ones never fit in the box. That's why that's your problem, because you tried to make yourself fit and you didn't fit. And you didn't fit not because you were better. You didn't fit because you were called. That's why you didn't fit. You were chosen. That's what a chosen is. You don't fit. You don't fit. Never fit it in. People know you different. You know you different. You know it. You know it. Always been. But that's for a reason. That's for God's glory. That's to benefit God. And unfortunately, he's going to have to take you through that bloodline. That's going to challenge who you are. He's going to take you through that bloodline. That's just like when Jesus was out ministering. And people from where he was like, isn't that such and such? Isn't that? Hi, Terenia Downs. Thank you for joining the membership. Listen, because you come from this area, people are like, isn't that such and such? Wasn't she like this when she was coming up? Them the ones God using. God using the underdogs in this season. I prophesied about this earlier. I don't remember the video because I just say what he put on my heart. God is using the tattoos, the earrings. He's using the thugs, using the prostitutes, the hoes and the pimps. I don't mean to say it, but this is who he using. He using the prisoners. He using the people who don't been to prison. That's who he's using. These people don't been broken. He ain't using the scholars. He ain't using the ones that don't went to Yale and Princeton. Why you think God came through the line he came through? He's not using the privileged. He's using the underdogs. He using the Crip members. Listen, he ain't using no. He ain't using the front. He ain't using the front of the class. He using the ones that used to sit in the class with only 3 people in the class. Those are the ones he's using. 3 people in the class. People don't count it out. Using the ones they say got ADHD, ADD. No, he ain't using the ones got all A's. He using them C students, the struggling. Yes. That's who he using. He ain't using no, cause see, those people don't been broken. They don't been counted out. They don't been ostracized, looked down on, talked about, they don't been through. They don't been broken. That's how the light get in. These people been broken. The black sheep's been broken. He can use people who've been broken. That's who he's using. Using the people who have been broken, talked about, misused, shut out, ostracized. That's who he's using in this season. Yes, he's using these people. And that's why people who are in the what we call the church building, and I'm not saying he's not using the church, but that's why God is using people outside the church. I believe so, Mike. I know something's coming. I feel it. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say and pretend I know, because I don't know. But something is coming. Because there is an urgency. But he's using these people. He's using them. That's why he's trying to get you to be okay with being by yourself. See, when you have too many attachments. I did a video when I felt like God is detaching me from people, even my own children. He's detaching me. Not saying I don't love them, but making me detached. As if you don't have control over what goes on. You don't have control of what may happen. You're not in control. That's what he said. And see, I have to prepare my mind for stuff. You got to prepare your mind. So when these people vanish from here, it won't break you. You won't be stuck in that. You won't be stuck in that person vanishing. That's why we got to tell people the truth while they're here. We got to hope they get their souls right while they're here. We got to hope they forgive while they're here. I don't live in unforgiveness. That's not something I'm going to do. If I got to pray every night, every day, I've learned forgiveness is spiritual, and I've learned that the quicker I forgive and let go, the quicker God will be able to answer my prayers. I don't live in forgiveness. I don't live in unforgiveness. That's not something I do. That's not something I do. Yes, you can forgive and don't forget. You ain't got to sit there letting it ruminate, because you got to remember. Hi, Texas. Thank you for joining the membership. Did you join yesterday or today? I really don't remember. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And remember, when you join the membership, it's not an obligation. You can cancel anytime. 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 And remember, we're all going to experience grief. I've been experiencing grief since 2019. Back to back, back to back. Grief. Just back to back. Apple Pay. You know what? I'm not as advanced popping with pre. I don't have it set up for the responsibility channel. I don't have it set up, dear. I don't know. Are you talking about for the membership? Because the membership is just through YouTube. And I'm not sure how they have it set up. I think it's through PayPal, how they have it set up. Oh, you need a session? I don't know if I go through Stripe. I don't think they have Apple Pay on there, dear. But click on one of the sessions and you will see the form of payment, the options. Just go through it as if you were going to book a session and you will be able to see. I don't know if Apple Pay is there because it's through Stripe. Oh, he'll do it again. The real killer queen. Oh yeah, he'll bring up stuff. He do me like that all the time. But I cast that stuff down. That's why I repent daily. I repent. That's part of my prayer when I pray. I give thanks. I repent and I forgive before I ask God for anything. That's my order. I give thanks and I repent. I forgive. Then I go into my prayer. That's how I do it. Every time. I don't go into prayer without forgiving. Oh, thank you, Texas, for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all joining the membership. We're going to get that little area over there popping and going soon. I'm just getting my mind right and my heart right, you know, asking God to guide me and lead me, you know. But that's what I do. Because we're all going to, and I was going to say, we're all going to go through grief. I've been going through it since 2018, back to back, every 3 to 4 months. And these are people close to me. Close to me. Close family members. Close. Who I talk to. Yes. First started with one of my cousins. I had an older cousin. He was older than me. I called him uncle. You know, when you have an uncle, you know, you have a cousin old enough to be your uncle. It started with him. Then it just kept going. Because I used to talk to him all the time. I used to talk to him and check on him. And him and his wife. Matter of fact, I need to call his wife and check on her. But I used to talk to him all the time. Started with him. Then it went to a favorite aunt. Then it went to another. Just kept going. And that's grief. We're all going to go through it. And we have to be prepared because people are vanishing and leaving here at record numbers. And in record numbers. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. I didn't plan on talking about all of that, but I had to get that out. It is the message. So stop feeling bad for being alone, set apart. Don't feel bad for that. It's okay. And see, we got to learn too. And we got to get this. We got to teach this, and we got to keep teaching and preaching. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that I don't love you. We have to stop this foolishness, especially in families. We have to stop this foolishness. Just because I don't accept your behavior, that doesn't mean I don't love you. Those two are separated. Love and accepting is different. That's different. No, I'm not going to accept you and put up with your foolery if I know you're doing something illegal. I'm not going to accept that and be around you. If you take it from somebody and I know it. If you're behaving, bringing attention to yourself, that's unwarranted attention. No, I'm not going to sit no, I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm going to love you and pray for you from over there. That's what I'm going to do. And it's okay. You're not called to be around all of your relatives all the time, every time. That's why some of you are stuck now. You feel like you're supposed to be, and see, you're just not supposed to be around your family every time, all the time. Every day, all day. You don't have no room for your purpose. You don't have no room to do what God told you to do because you're too busy trying to please them. Popping with Pre. Yes, honey. And you know, a lot of us are dealing with curses. Curses that no one never addressed. We just go through the same process. Right? We just go through the same process and people scared to confront. They sit around and talk about it to everybody else, but we won't confront it. Thank you, Momo Cisse. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, dear. Yes, we got to stop that. We sit there, and that's how generation of curses go on. We know we got a molester in the family. Nobody don't say nothing. You got a molester. You got a whole molester. Don't molest 3, 4 generations, and everybody just sitting there, oh, yeah, he did it. Oh, he did it to her. He did it to her. No, I'm going to call that mess out. I'm going to call it out. You're not going to be continuing on. Make sure my kids don't go around you, and I'm going to call it out. Don't sit around and not say nothing. Thank you so much, the real Killer Queen. We just sit there. Everybody's scared to say something. No, me and my big mouth. See, that's what used to get me in trouble. I stayed getting in trouble for this mouth, and I understand now. I understand why I used to get in trouble. Why the devil always tried to silence me. I understand now. I understand why the enemy always tried to silence me, because I'm going to say. And I used to say it about myself, too, and I never understood why I was like that. Like, I would just say something just bold and blunt about what I've done, and It wasn't the most likely thing to say. Thank you so much, Popping with Pre. It wasn't the most likely thing, but I still said it. I'm like, well, dang, should I have said that like that? Or no, God was going to use his mouth. That's what that was. That's my gifting. Instead of using it to say, and see, I always spoke the truth. I really didn't say it to hurt people. See, the truth hurts. So people gonna make it seem like you're saying something incorrect or wrong to harm them. No, the truth gonna always come out. How it comes out, and it's gonna hurt how it's gonna hurt. And see, that's how the correction starts. But I wonder why I used to get in trouble. People used to try to silence me. Abuse tried to silence me. Embarrassment and shame tried to silence me. And Lord's like, no, you're not gonna sit here and be shamed and sit in your pity. No, I'm gonna use you. You're not gonna make this about you. I'm gonna use that voice. I didn't want to come. I didn't want to come. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I screamed, hollered, and kicked. I'm like, Lord, you ain't gonna use me. He said, watch. You know how you fight against God? And when he's calling you to do something, like, I got too much stuff. I got too much stuff. You know, people know. I got too much stuff too much skeletons in the closet. He said, oh, you and them skeletons gonna come out. He said, you better dress them skeletons up and you gonna do what I told you to do. I'm like, Lord, no. Oh, yeah. That's why he had me to write that book. My first book, he had me to write that book to address some of them skeletons. I didn't address all of them, but he told me to address them. That's why I had so much warfare. I got a book called Broken But Not Destroyed, Piecing Her Together. I wrote that book back in 2018. I went through so much warfare producing that book. Oh, I went through a lot. Because I knew I didn't know at the time, but now I know it was part of me freeing myself, part of the testimony, part of me letting them skeletons out the closet. Oh, I still got some. Still got plenty of books. The enemy don't want me to, see, he want me to live in shame. I'm not going to live in shame. That's what I'm not going to do. Because, see, when we know better, we do better. Yes, The Killer Queen, it's not in print right now. I am going to reintroduce that book. It's not in print at the moment. But yes, I'll put half of my testimony, and see, that book is more of a deliverance book. I didn't know it was a deliverance book when I wrote it. So before you read that book, you have to pray. When I do release it, pray before you read that book. Yes, pray before you read that book, because it's a deliverance book, because I pour out what I dealt with. It's spiritual things. And that's why it's wise to seek God, to be careful what you read. Because sometimes when you read a thing, that's a transference. If you haven't noticed that by now. That's what it is. Because let me tell you, I used to read them romance novels. And see, God had to deliver me from that. I was young too. I used to read them romance novels and be all in my head. Don't imagine the whole. Listen, see, we got to stop that foolishness. Listen, we got to stop that foolishness. I was in the romance novels. And I don't imagine the whole. I'd be all in. I used to be all into. Listen, I used to be all into, child, please. I done created a whole scenario in my head. I don't put myself in the book. That's why I say you got to be careful what you read. Listen, I had to be delivered from that. I'll try them romance, them Jerome Dixon. I ain't gonna say them names on here. Don't go get them books. I used to always get them little magazines, little magazine they used to have at the checkout with the little black and white copies. I was young reading that stuff, fantasizing and all that. Girl, I had to be rebuked for that. Yes, I ain't child 50 Shades of Grey. I better put that stuff down. Rebuke that. Repent. Put it down. I heard about it, but I don't read that stuff. Put them books down. I'm telling you, because all kind of spirits. Yes. The Killer Queen, we get into that stuff and be having dreams and stuff. I ain't gonna go there. Be having dreams and fantasies and putting ourselves. We get all aroused and stuff. Oh, you got to listen. When I was supposed to be getting aroused like that about them books, reading them love stories. He touched me on my shoulder and my hair fell to. No, I had to rebuke that man. I had to rebuke that. I'm like, Lord, look, it's funny, but listen, do not get. I'm telling y'all, stop reading that stuff. I'm telling you, it'll mess you up. You got to be careful what you put into here. what you let into here and what you speak out of here. You got to be careful. People may say it sound crazy, but you have to be careful. Oh, I was so drawn away. No. Listen, give me a good book and me some candy. Yeah, you be having all kind of dreams. You better no, absolutely not. Say, Lord, I repent. The imagination's running wild. You fantasize about somebody walking by. You see somebody, I'm like, oh, you see somebody walking by, a nice looking dude. Like, I wonder if that's, that look like the dude from the book. Like, this when you know the enemy is after you. This is when you know. Listen. Let me tell you now. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, Crystal girl, I am. I'm too silly. My kids tell me that all the time. I'm too silly. If y'all know how I act behind the scenes, although I have a gifting, I am silly. I really am. I'm silly. I like to have fun. And that kind of, it fools some people, because when I get serious, right? When I get serious, it's like, it's all right, Ruby, the devil is a lie. Okay. Yes, girl, have you sitting there, child? You be moving and humping and drinking. Y'all know. You better rebuke that. Rebuke it. Repent. Repent. You wake up, gyrate. No, we ain't finna be doing that. We ain't finna be doing that. People don't think this stuff is real. It is. It is. I'm telling you, it is. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it honest. And real, see, that's what real is. Real is not being rude and nasty to people. That's not being real. People call being nasty and rude real. No, being real is telling the truth. Being rude is being real is telling the truth, speaking the truth, not being real about calling somebody out about what they got on and they don't look nice and all. No, that's not being real. Being real is you speaking the truth. You being transparent, 100. And when they say keeping it 100, I'm gonna keep it 100. I am gonna keep it 100. Yes, you got to be willing, Tyrenia, yes, you have to be willing, honey. It's not easy, but see, it's get easier once you understand the process. Once you understand why you went through what you went through, it'll get easier. Once you understand the spirits you're dealing with, the generation of curses, this is why you can forgive your family. You can forgive them relatives, because you dealing with generation of demons. And it's not them, it's the spirits that's in them. And you the one that's gonna break that foolishness. You're gonna break it off the bloodline. You know what you're dealing with. That's why you can love them. I still love you. But like, I still love you. But I'm going to tell you the truth. You can hate me. I'm still going to tell you the truth. I'm still going to tell you out of line. I love you, baby. I love you. But you're out of line. That's not right. And love. It took me a while to get to this point, because I ain't want that rejection. I didn't want people to be talking about me like they already were talking about me. I was like, I don't want to be talked about. But that's okay. I understand now. They going to talk. You need them talking. But you still better speak the truth. God say let them talk. But when I tell you to speak, you better speak. And I said, okay. I sure did. Okay. Whenever you tell me to confront something, I'm going to confront it. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm at. If I got to stand up, be like Seal, be like, what, Suge? Remember Suge walked in that church on Color Purple? And when she said, speak, Lord. If Lord tell me to speak, I'm going to have to speak. And she say, speak to me. She went to singing. I wish I knew how to sing. She went to speaking. When the Lord got on her to go to that church and speak, she had to speak. She had to sing. Yes. Who? Suge had to stand up and say what she had to say. So if I have to say what I got to say, y'all just going to have to attack me. There's no attack I haven't experienced anyways. And see, that's the thing, chosen one. Your childhood wasn't in vain. It wasn't in vain. You think it was in vain. You asking God, why you? Why me? Why I got to go through this? Because you're chosen. You're strong enough. You're strong enough. You're going to carry the wealth. You the wealthy one in your family. You the wealthy one. You the chosen one. You the bold one. You the one that's going to break them curses. And now you got to have to prep the next generation. Somebody else in your bloodline, one of your kids going to have to carry the torch. You're going to have to teach them how to do it. Or show them how to do it. That's why you had to go through it. All them attacks. He trained you through your family. That's the best training. Because anything anyone else say to you won't faze you. Like we say down here in Florida. It don't faze me. Anything someone outside of your bloodline do won't faze you. That's why he took you through the hell you went through in your family, in your bloodline. See, the training got to come from your bloodline, because them the people you love the most. You don't want them people, you want them to accept you. You want the bloodline to accept you. You want them to accept you. You want them to include you. So when they rejected you, you felt some type of way. And it's okay. You were rejected because you were chosen. When they rejected you, you felt some type of way. So therefore, you went into, your little why me stage for a while. Excuse me. My allergies acting up. You went into a little why me stage, and you isolated yourself. And during the isolation, God was working on you, training you. Oh, that's what he did. He took you through there. See, he took you through that bloodline, the ones that you want to accept you. So when you get out to this world and that slander comes, you get there. So when you get out there in the world and they go to slandering you and calling your names and all this, you already don't experience that by your own kind. By your own. You experience that by your own. So you like, you know what you saying? That don't faze me. You like, that don't faze me. My mama called me that for years. What else you got? And you still gonna be able to do what God called you to do. You still gonna be able to take them bullets. You're gonna be getting shot left and right. You're getting shot all in the head, shot in the eye, you getting shot, spiritually now, not physically, shot in the neck, and you just coming back. Now Terminator, he was getting shot with them bullets. That's the slander. That's the slander. Yes, that's the slander that comes, the lies and the betrayal, all that come against you. You getting hit, you Terminator, you coming back, because you done been in training. That's why you Terminator. You can't be terminated. You done been in training. When your assignment is up, then your assignment is going to be up. But he's giving you, he put you in training for a reason. See, once you get out of your feelings and once you heal and you recognize and you say, you know what, Lord, I understand why. And you don't hold it over their head. You don't be bitter and mad at them. Oh, that's when you're going to be a warrior. You're going to turn into a warrior. You're going to be like Rocky. Remember, he was getting hit and his eye was broke, busted and disgusted. He was falling. He had that big eye in the ring, and he was getting back up, and he said, I'm still here. I'm not down. He said something. You remember Rocky was getting beat up, and he was bleeding out the mouth? You don't went through that training in your own family. Your family had you bleeding out the mouth, your eye big. Listen, they knocking you out. They beating you up. You the punching bag. And they thought you were down for the count. And you like, no, I'm here. And you came back. You had one more good win than you. God rose you up. You had one more good win. And you were like, I'm not going out like no punk. That's when he was delivering you. You down there on the ground. And when he delivered you, you rose back up. And you put on them gloves. Blood hanging out of your mouth, falling out of your mouth. You can't even see. And you still swinging. That's when you know you chosen. You can't see it. Your family don't black you out. Your relatives don't black your eyes. And you like this. Who did that? Who said it? Who did it? You still swing. This for somebody. I'm not doing all these theatrics. I'm not doing these theatrics for nothing. Somebody gonna come here and say, who are they crazy lady? God gonna send somebody here and they gonna put a 1 in the chat. And God gonna be speaking to them about punches. Take them punches. Take them licks and keep on going. And they gonna be like, this for me. Me closing my eyes and punching. Listen, that wasn't somebody gonna come. You gonna see this message and I'm gonna punch. My eyes closed. And you be like, that's for me. That's my message. They're gonna tell you that. That's my message. I don't be doing all these theatrics for nothing now. I don't like being all, you know what? I ain't gonna say I don't like being theatrical, but I can get a little theatrical. Oh, Lord. But I gotta go, you all. I really gotta go. I really have to go. But, forgive them folks. Confront these curses. Confront this stuff in this season. Be about it. When God give you that word, be about what you speak about. If I hear anything, somebody call me. I said, we're going to get on three-way. We're gonna resolve this. We're going to kill this here. You all are welcome. We're gonna resolve this. Let's resolve this issue. Just go back, Jacqueline, and see the replay. You know, I post all the videos, but I didn't want to stay here this long. I said that earlier. See, I got to stop saying that. Because when the Lord says speak, I have to speak. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. But, excuse me, y'all. I got to go. But you all be blessed. And thank you all. Thank you all. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for signing up for the membership. I appreciate it. I am thankful. I am grateful. You do not have to join, but you joined. And I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Thank you all for the super chats and the super stickers. I appreciate that as well. You guys don't have to do it, but you do it anyways. I don't be asking for you to do it. The membership, I'm asking. I'm asking for the membership. But the super chat and super stickers, thank you so much. I pray that God will bless you all and return it fivefold. Fivefold. Oh, you know, I'm going to come back and share something with you all later on. Later on, probably with the membership. And it was just so ironic how God speaks so quickly. So quickly. It turned around so quick. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm released. But thank you all.